So this is what happens when you're with a company for almost 7 years. You did the right thing, even when no one was looking. You did your job, never complained. Well, sometimes complain. We all complain about our jobs.
Look at that, FedEx circling the block again, laying off thousands of people. And I know what you guys are thinking. Orlando, who could have saw that? Listen, guys, listen. If you haven't been living underneath a rock, you have seen that FedEx is continuing to lay off individuals. And when I did that UPS video a couple of months ago or a month ago, a lot of FedEx drivers were coming in the comment section saying, hey, you know, it sucks to be you guys. And I said, not so fast. If you think that it's just going to be UPS only and this not going to be the other carriers, you're crazy. And a lot of those individuals said,
Orlando, yeah, we're here for the UPS, but not us.
But now we're here today. We're going to talk about it, guys. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, too, I have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter. We're at 10,000 members on the newsletter. You cannot be free. Go ahead and join. Also, too, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial property or investment properties, I'm your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years. I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment and the description. Well, FedEx is laying off hundreds and hundreds of people in certain areas, and people are saying,
Orlando, I just didn't see this coming.
but I'm gonna show you why these companies aren't loyal. I'm gonna show you the trends and why they've done this before. And this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. 300 plus workers in North Texas facility. It's a shipping and logistic giant. FedEx is laying off 300 people at a facility in Fort Worth, according to filings by the state. A warrant notice filed with the Texas Work Commission indicates 305 or 52% of its 580 employees at FedEx facility at 13500 Independence Parkway will be laid off. The impacted employees will be laid off between July 6th and October 25th, receiving written notice at least 60 days in advance of their scheduled final day of employment per notice. Now, a lot of people would look at this and go, Orlando, I mean, it's 300 people. But let me make this clear, 300 people is still a lot of people. If you are losing your job, 300 people is too much.
Hey, huh?
If you are losing your job, one person is too much. So imagine 300 families losing income.
Like I said, we hungry.
Now, it gets deeper than that, though. It gets deeper than that. You know I'm going to give you receipts, all right? You know this. This isn't the first time that FedEx has done this. See, they're circling the block because I have told you guys over and over and over again that these companies aren't loyal and they will do anything to make their money. Their bottom line is their most important thing. I know. I hear someone in the back. I hear these FedEx drivers. They've come to my comment section and they said, Orlando, my company loves me. They care about me more than anything else. They tell me all the time, this company would not run. This department would not run without you. They told me I do the work of 4 drivers. 4 drivers.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure.
And they know my daughter and my son by first name. He always says, hey, John, what's going on with your kids? So they love me.
Sure.
That's the email and DMs I get. I've even put up on my community post so you guys can see that these people are loyalists. Listen, they have a sickness. They believe that a corporation loves their employees more than making money. But we're going to show the receipts here. Let's just take a look at what FedEx did last year. All right, let's talk about something that should seriously bother. Your personal information is being sold behind your back constantly by data brokers and marketing companies building a business off of your privacy while you're left to deal with the aftermath. Spam texts and calls and phishing attempts and data breaches and creepy ads that try to sell you things that you don't even need. Privacy Hawk makes this simple to protect your privacy by finding and removing your personal data from companies that exploit it. Plus, you get alerts if your info is exposed in data breaches or the dark web, along with ID theft insurance and expert recovery assistance. So yeah, if this whole thing bothers you as much as it bothers me, go ahead and install Privacy Hawk today. Use the link in the description and the promo code PHMinor20 at checkout to unlock full access to Privacy Hawk's powerful tools. Get your personal data deleted, monitored, and protected at a special price. Take back your data and stop these companies from profiting off of your life. Now back to the video.
Another Mid-South employer laying off workers, FedEx, laying off hundreds this time around, but the company says it's a small number.
I guess it's a small percentage
Sure.
of their 30,000 employees here in the Mid-South, but Fox 13 Sheila O'Connor joining us live from East Memphis. We've gotten some numbers, and it is a pretty good-sized number when it's affecting lives. What are you hearing on this?
Multiple sources have told Fox 13 that FedEx is laying off about 300 employees. Of course, that announcement just coming down yesterday. Now, what positions exactly are being cut, that hasn't been announced, so that's what Fox 13 is working to get.
Uh-oh. Are we seeing a pattern here? Let's go ahead and go to Orlando University. See, let me explain this to you guys. These companies, they're understanding that putting out big numbers like UPS doing 20,000, 40,000, 10, 12,000 employees, that's bad press.
I'm smart.
So what are the companies doing today? They're going facility to facility. They're saying, we're only cutting 300 people here. We're only cutting 300 people there, 150 here. But together, it comes up to thousands. So a lot of people see this and they say, oh, it's not that bad. It's not, Orlando, it's only this area. So let's do a pop quiz here really quickly. Do you believe that FedEx just fired people in Texas? True or false? I'll wait. If you said false, you would be correct. Now, thank you for coming to Orlando University. Now, let's go ahead and just take a look at this. It says FedEx Network 2 consolidation spreads to more than 8 more locations. The carrier confirmed the ship centers would close or cut staff starting this month as it continues to merge its separate express and ground operations. Let's go ahead and just take a look at all of the locations. It says here, the logistic giant confirmed 6 more shipping centers closures and 2 facilities cutting staff in Tennessee, Illinois, Virginia, West Virginia as part of their network initiative. Now, remember, that doesn't even include Texas.
Do you believe me yet?
You see what I'm saying here, guys? It's more than one location. And they did this the last year. I just showed you video of when they did it last year, and now they're back on it. But I can hear some people right now. They're saying, Orlando, there's no way. There's no way that FedEx would do such a thing. That's misleading. Well, let me just show you the map. It shows here. Let's look at the map of the United States here. In the blue, in the purple, dark purple, it says closure and then reduction.
Hell no.
All of these are closures. And if you take a look at this map, it shows a lot of locations, doesn't it? I know. You want to hear from somebody who's going through it. Well, your wish is my command. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
So all of you have always wondered if Tony wears anything other than FedEx. He doesn't, because our life revolves around FedEx. That is no more after today.
Yeah, I sacrificed a lot for FedEx.
Yep, a lot. Both of us did. And now Tony gets to take off the shirt permanently because he was let go by the new contractor because the new contractor wouldn't keep to his promises for the drivers. And Tony stood up for him. And ultimately, he let Tony go.
It's an evil world we live in.
Did you hear that? I sacrificed a lot to FedEx. He wears FedEx shirts so much, people think he doesn't even own another shirt. Kind of like my shirt. So many could say from the beginning of this video, he has a lot of loyalty to FedEx. This has been his job for years and years and years.
Good job.
Fun times. What this means for the rescue?
After doing 4 startup terminals, managing for 6 years, having some of the best safety and performance records in the terminals.
Oh, I know. And me, 8 years.
No accidents.
No accidents, no nothing. Even in my personal vehicle. We have both been terminated from FedEx with the new contractor.
Because you didn't want to pay our wages.
Because you didn't want to pay our
I'm pretty
wages.
sure that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty.
That's what we're gonna go with.
Yeah. He was looking for a reason.
Yep.
8 years. Perfect safety record. Perfect this. Perfect. They don't care, guys. This is what I'm talking about when I say these companies aren't loyal. This guy, this gentleman is telling you his wife or his girlfriend or whoever's on the other end is saying the same thing, saying, I even had a great record. And guess what? They let me go. And then he says, The key factor that I tell you guys all the time. I think they cut me for money. Ding. Yes, they did. Because companies care more about their bottom line than you as an employee, who to them is just a number. Your employee 5, 6, 8, 9, that's who you are to them. They do not care at the end of the day. At the end of the day, they will replace you with someone who's younger and cheaper. No questions asked. They won't care at the end of the day. The person who will let you go will be the guy who you thought would never let you go, who told you you have a performance review that's maxed out. We've never, ever seen someone work as great as you, but we got to let you go. But see, listen, don't worry. There's always someone who will sweet talk you and tell you, hey, listen, don't worry about anything. This is the Jeremy character that I always say. It's going to tell you, hey, don't worry about it.
Guess what, man? Look, there's some things happening in FedEx right now, but your job is safe. Your job is safe. Yeah, your best friend just got fired. He got fired. There were some things you didn't know about him that, we just had to let him go.
But then they're going to say, you're safe. Don't worry. You don't believe me. You don't think there's people out there like that? Let's go out there and see what some of the FedEx champions are saying.
To all my FedEx people, hey, change is always going to happen, man. Change is always going to happen. Things are always going to be different at some time in the career that you're doing. Yeah, man. So a lot of changes are happening. You guys know that. East Coast, West Coast, Mid Coast, whatever it is. Hey, to all you contractors out there, owners, as long as you got the right people in the right position that are down to ride for you, your company will be okay.
I mean, it should have been a red flag. The guy is kitted out in FedEx gear from head to toe. That maybe it should be a red flag. And listen, nothing against this guy at all. Nothing. But it's obvious. He's the individual that I'm telling you about that says, hey, it's not as bad as you think it is. I know. You just saw 300 people lose their job. We just closed down a facility that you've been working, your best friend's been working at for 15 years. But change is gonna happen. Change is gonna happen. And unfortunately, that change may not involve you. But listen, I don't want to interrupt the pep talk. Let's go ahead and finish and listen to what else he has to say.
Pockets might not be the same if you're losing, or even if you are gaining, it might not be as much as what you lost. But at the end of the day, if you're still in the game, make sure you have the right management to control what you have. You know what I mean? Because it takes it a long, long way if you got the BCs that are down to ride for you to the very end. Because that's what I am. And that's what I do. And any changes that happening, I'll make it right. We got to make it right.
Making it right. Does that mean giving me my job back? Does that mean giving me a severance package that will give me some type of leeway to get another job? What does that entail? See, you guys don't hear what I hear. I'm reading in between the lines. And when someone says to me, they're going to make it right, what does that mean? How does that affect me? Does that mean my kids can eat? What does that mean? Does that mean you're going to promote me? What does that mean?
What you tell me doesn't necessarily make it fact. I hate to say it.
Let me tell you what, guys. I can tell you exactly what it means. It means I will lay you off and then send you a thank you card for your service. That's what that means. I mean, what else can I do? And unfortunately, guys, this is going to get worse before it gets better. It's going to get worse before it gets better. As you see, 2025 is continuing to be a challenging year, and this is going to be no different in the housing market. It's going to be no different in the economy, and it's definitely not going to be any different than layoffs. So if you like videos like this, guys, please join the Patreon, guys. We do exclusive videos over there. You will love it. And then also too, you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you into your first rental property. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.